How's it going, everybody? Do not know where Trump will be tomorrow. I do know, though, that tomorrow, of course, is May 8th. It's a day Earl passed. And if you include both dates from his birth, he will be 2888. So, it's a cipher. We know that, what is it? It's 58 stories. Trump Tower's 58 stories and 58 rooms at Mar-a-Lago. So 58 has always been there. And the fact that he will be, if you include both dates from the time he was born, June 14th, 1946, on a Friday, that you get 28,088. If you drop the zero, which is meaningless number, depending on how you're looking at numbers, he's 2888. 404 does begin the minutes. So I don't know where he's going to be. And, there's just a million ways to look at it. Christian said, like, one date he was looking at. I don't know if it'll show up on my notification what our conversation was, because it might drop all the way down there now. Yeah. But I could scroll and keep going, and there it is. So he said, I have a few different dates I've been looking at, but something literally just popped in his head, and this is on the flower full moon video. So he was looking at like May 29th for various reasons. So he said, we seek and we find has been showing us 519. 519 is big because of the it's a new moon on 519. That's the new moon for the strawberry full moon that Trump was born under. And then you take us to June 3rd's. And Trump's number is 163464. What was it I was looking at? Hang on just a second. I don't know if I'll be able to recreate this. I do know 6 times 1 for June 1st times 2023. You do get 121, 138. 121 is Antichrist in Gematria. 138, Donald Trump. Let me see if I can recreate what I ran into the other day. Trump on May 31st, he'll be 76 years, 11 months, 17 days. That's Revelation 11:17. I mean, Zechariah 11:17, the right eye wound. Well, if you include both dates and run it to June 1st, no, it works backwards that way. So it would be the day before June 1st, where you get the 11:17. May 31st, without including both dates. That wasn't what I ran into. That was in my prep. So he will be 76, which is Adam in Strong's Concordance. Remember, he's the Black Adam. We did the whole where Jesus is of or from Adam, the second Adam, so to speak, because Adam was created by God, did not come out of a womb. And Jesus created by God through the Holy Spirit, impregnating Mary, who is nobody special more than being a sheep. And Jesus made that very clear when they was like, hey, your mother and your brothers are waiting to see you. They can't seem to get a hold of you. And he just said, who are my mother and my brothers? He said, those who do the will of the Lord. Jesus that made it very clear that Mary was nobody more special than any other sheep. That was not a middle finger to his mother, was it? No, of course not. That was just, I should say, a thumbs down to his mother. No, that was just a thumbs down to that world religion that puts her up there, you know, as the queen of heaven, queen of the universe. And all right, let me see what I can get into. What else was it? The Time had a song called 777 9311. That was the name of the song. You know, the old 867 5309. I think we already went over that. June 8th is the midpoint of Donnie Darko's release on January 19th. And that's at Sundance, and then the big release date on October 26th. So June 8th is the midpoint on that. I was looking at something, and that was also the release date of Ghostbusters. And when I graduated, I think we already went over that. If you go to October 2nd, 1988, the Donnie Darko date, if you include both dates on June 8th, it goes to June 7th. But if you include both dates, no, that's backwards. So it is June 7th. I always do that. I always get my math backwards. But it's 12,666 days from the Donnie Darko date. It lands directly on. So if you include both dates and back it up to June 6th, you get the 12,666. So would he go down on the 6th and rise on the 8th? Well, there's no full moon involved. So could the full moon be a kind of a fake out? You know what I mean? Moon's in Capricorn at that point. June 8th, it's in Aquarius. The full moon is the Archer on June 3rd. All right, let me get to this thing that let me see if I can do the math and figure out what it was I was doing. Well, Trump was born June times 14th. Try it again. Trump was born June times 14th times 1946. 163, 464. Well, the first digit is June 1st, written backwards, but that's the way most of the world writes the date. And then there's June 3rd, which would be the full moon rising day. $4.64, which is then going forth on the day after he rises. So that is big in itself. I just realized that wasn't what I was looking for. I was fooling around with a calculator, and everything consecutive came to June 1st, June 2nd, June 3rd in a very weird mathematical way, and I cannot recreate it in my mind. As Nebuchadnezzar said, the thing is gone from me. And I can't remember what it was, but that would have him going down on a Thursday, rising on a Saturday. That is not because we always wonder, what is Till Tuesday about? What is the TV show Wednesday about? You know, always felt like he was going to go down on a Wednesday and rise on a Friday, because Wednesday and Friday are married to each other in that mythology. Friday is named after Frigg, the only female. And Frigg was married to Odin in their mythology, what Wednesday is named after. And it's a day of woe. So it would just be, but if it's just about the ritual of him going down and rising on a full moon, but then the catastrophes begin on a day of woe, that would be Wednesday, June 7th, which is when we get the 12666 from the Donnie Darko date of October 2nd, 1988. It lands on a Wednesday, and it's 12,666 days. Now, Oppenheimer release date. Look how they spelled Oppenheimer for me. The AI. So it's July 21st, which is from the Bible verse, make war with the saints, and the beginning of Trump Tower's 5 multiple addresses, 721 through 725 Fifth Avenue, June 21st. Daniel 7:21, the horn shall make war with the saints and kill them, and so forth. And so they've placed that date very nicely, haven't they? So now we want to run that date. If that's the day the bomb's going to go off, then let's run it to 7/21. And that's Trump's perfect number of 45 days, isn't it? And if you look at the seconds, it's 3888 000. Okay. So these are theories, just based off stuff. So we have to look at June 1st, the way it just sits right there in Trump's number. In my number, 7 times 6 times 1961. Well, I was born in 61, which everybody born that year, their number divides evenly by 37. And it's got the 61 in it for June 1st, doesn't it? And my number is 82362. 8 is the triangular number of 36, which is the triangular number of 666. Triangular numbers when you add 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7 plus 8. This sum is 36. Well, if you do that all the way to 36, the sum would be 666. So my number, my 2's in my number, if those are TOs, it's 8, 2, the 36, 2, of course, the 666. And Trump's got June 1st, June 2nd. Trump's got June 1st, June 3rd, and June 4th in his numbers, and mine have June 2nd because he's 163464. So there's June 1st, 16, June 3rd, and June 4th in either direction. And I've got June 2nd. What if 4 days that might be? The full moon is the 3rd. That's crazy, isn't it? It really is nutty. And if you've been following this channel for the last year and a half, then you can really absorb like what all that's about. Now, as far as May 8th, my MayDay friend will turn 13886 days old tomorrow. It's 138. Wow, and that's my stepdaughter's number, isn't it? Well, let's show you my stepdaughter's number. She was born 3 times 19 times 1998, which is the next 37 progression from 1961. Her number's got the 138, the 88, and the 86ing thereof. So that's how old my MayDay friend will be now. My stepdaughter and my MayDay friend, remember, crisscrossed on January 22nd last year. The amount of days old, one of them was, that's how many days apart the other one is from me. And the amount of days the other one is old on that same day was the amount of days apart that other person was from me. For instance, how do we do this? Just to show you how crazy that was. January 12th of last year. That's how many days old I was. I'm sorry. So let's go to my stepdaughter, 1998. She and I are 13405 days apart. Okay. Well, my MayDay friend on that day was 13405 days old. Okay. Now, my MayDay friend and I will just show you, we are 8,700 even days apart. 8,700. And my stepdaughter on that day, you want to know how old she was? She was 8,700 days old. So there was that big crisscrossing of both of them on January 12th of last year. See, my stepdaughter, there she was, 8,700 days. So the amount of days old one of them was the other person's days away from me, from my birthday to their birthday. Fascinating math. So if we're going to now run that date, times the, come on now, times tomorrow's date, how come, can I do anything right? Apparently not. So, okay. Let's just organically plug them all in. It's 481 days. And 48 is Trump's number, of course. If we key in Donald Trump in the gematria calculator, he comes up 48, which is why number 48 won all those NASCAR races, all those years in full reduction. He's 48. 138 in English ordinal, which is the big one, we go by. But if you look at the Jewish gematria, it's 58, which is May 8th. So May 8th and June 1st are just gigantic days that we have to look at. And then the big explosion, the big Oppenheimer moment would take place on Wednesday, June 7th. I know what it was that I was thinking of. It was I Pet Goat. And going back to these. So the rabbit is lit. Now, my Mayday friend turns exactly 14,000 even. And I'm 22,700 even. Remember, we're 8,700 days apart. It's perfect zeros. And I was like, exit, rabbit, August, the two moons. They're joined together because these are all moons. They all got craters in them. And she's the 13th. There's 12 of them. And she's the 13th because there's 13 moons this year, and she's the flower full moon. Now, nothing happened on the flower full moon when Obama's eyes got big. And there's no other year that this takes place. And there's the year of the rabbit back there. So they did a little trick on us for sure. But that's what they do, don't they? Now, I don't know what kind of coin that is down there by his foot. If that's a British coin, that'd be hilarious for the king's coronation. But why is Obama sweating at the flower full moon? Flags torn. We sit here on May 7th. There are no worries whatsoever. My mom died on May 6th, dad May 7th, pronounced dead when he was found. Time of death was allegedly May 7th. Tomorrow's May 8th. It's when Earl was killed. If you've been following all along, not going to go back and rehash all that stuff. And then there goes down the twin Trumps. So they're hit that we can see like at the 152, 153 mark. Well, what's weird is, day 152 is June 1st. It's the 152nd day of the year. Really makes everything lean right into June 1st, doesn't it? And the song Strawberry Letter 22 is actually called Strawberry Letter 23, but 23 is not in the lyrics, 22 is. And we were really big on last year, text to Trump 88022. We just knew it was going to happen in 22. We were sure it was going to happen in 22, and then it didn't. And then I started to immediately go to 22 is 23. And I'll tell you something else. I know what it was now. I'm getting more into that mindset. So y'all know how my second wife, born 10/28 times 1973, when you multiply her times this year, well, first 2022, she had 1117 in her number. And there's the June 8th. But there's the June 3rd. There's the 36 right there. But if you times her by 2023, you get the 1117 again. Well, it's only these 2 years. So it's Strawberry Letter 22 and 23. The name of the song again is Strawberry Letter 22. But in the lyrics, all they say is Strawberry Letter 22. They never say 23 in the lyrics, and the song is simply called Strawberry Letter 23. 23 is never said in the lyrics, only Strawberry Letter 22 is. Strawberry Full Moon. Strawberry Fields Forever from the Beatles. So look at her number. It's 586. You got June 12th, but you've got June 1st for the 86ing, all melded together with her 1117. And if you remember, her name has a lot to do with who Trump is. I'm not even going to mention her name anymore. There's no reason to. Y'all been with me long enough, you know. It's not a unique name, but it's a title of a movie series, a horror movie series. Okay. Ends in the name M-A-N. So, and there was a game that ended called Crush. That was big on Facebook. Her name, and then the word crush. Her name, and then the word man. So Trump is that horror name. He is that blank man. So June 1st is right there, fused with the 86ing. And there's the 1117. Remember, she and I have the mathematical anomaly of when you take her number times my number times the year, it has the rotating numbers. It now begins 16 years of 628, 128. This goes on to infinity. And there's the 62 right in the middle. It's June 4th, June 2nd, but no June 1st and no June 3rd. She and I's combined number times 2001, you know, that fateful year. It's got June 2nd all over it and all kind of ways to do it. The 2-6, the 6-2s. Then there's the year we met. It's got the 6-2 in it. And it will again in the year we got married. Now, she and I's combined number has the 63 in it. Oh, my goodness, it does. She and I's combined number begins with 45, which is Trump's number, followed by 500, which is G500 is Antichrist in Strong's Concordance, followed by the 63, the Strawberry Full Moon. Is he going to be Antichrist? Does he rise spiritually on June 3rd of the Strawberry Moon? It's downright fascinating, isn't it? Well, if you times us by the year we were married, got the 62 again, got the 86. Then the year we divorced, 62 again. Remember, it's 627, 127. It keeps rotating, but these keep being odd numbers. 2010, the last year we were really together, has no sixes in it. Does have the first 3 digits of our combined number, though, doesn't it? I don't know, man. This whole June 1st thing is really lights up, doesn't it? What would be the chances? He was born on a full strawberry moon. Would he be born again with the spirit of Satan on this year's strawberry full moon? Mm-mm. All right, love y'all.